It's funny because the Black Book 8 has been the point of a lot of discussion, and I think in some people's minds they're getting confused about certain aspects. I would encourage you all to think simple. All right, a lot of the programming, certainly when it comes to house and underground house, is very simple. It's usually based around the 16th grid, either swung or in a triplet fashion. Now on my video I was talking about the 16th grid and the even numbers moving to the right. They're the only positions that move to the right, okay? So that's important to understand. Now if I was to reduce the grid size, so if I was taking it down from 16th to the 8th grid, then basically it's every other position. All right, this is how it works. So I've got here the 16th grid with a very basic pattern here. Have a listen. Now that's swung 100%. You can see that on the left hand side. Once again, I'm using Cubase because it shows you the positions of the swing adjusting. These are moving to the right. All right, so that's one of the reasons why the swing can be used in any application at all. All right, so don't get bogged down on the fact I'm using Cubase. I just want you to see these lines. So I'm at 100% swing with the auto apply ticked. I'm moving back so you can see those 16ths. Let me show you how it sounds straight again. The swing, much more interesting. Now that's 16 swing, heavy swing, 100% on Cubase, and it just happens to be that those positions are the same as 16 triplet. All right, a lot of people struggle with the 16 triplet grid because there are too many grid positions. There's 24 grid positions in one bar. All right, on Logic, you know, the 16 triplet grid is known as 124, you know, because of the 24 subdivisions, and it's too much choice. All right, for a lot of you, that's why you struggle with it. If you want that 16 triplet swingy, jacky vibe, go for 100% swing or close to that as a high one. But I want to show you, I want to prove it to you. This is the same as the triplet, the grid that everybody likes. So that's it. Now I'm going to switch my grid down and we're going to go to 16 triplet. So it's the same as the 124. So have a look. Look, this is exactly the same. All right, these positions here, they are literally on that 16 triplet grid. But look how many extra choices we've got here. It's easy to make mistakes. All right, that's the problem. There are too many grid positions. On the 16th triplet grid, you don't need to use all of these. So look, let me just go back again. So we're going to go to 16. We're at 100% swing. All right, and you can see here that position and then this one over here. Let me just come down and show you 16 triplet. This one, we could use that. So these are kind of like the positions. If you literally do feel you have to see this 16 triplet grid, I'm showing you here the positions that you can use. So miss out any of the others. Can you hear that? That's that nice jacking kind of vibe. Ignore the other positions, you're just going to get in a mess. All right, so I just wanted to show you that Cubase is a really nice way to demonstrate it. The other sequencers, DAWs, you know, they're all going to have a triplet grid. 16 triplet. Ableton, you got 16th grids, but then you got a triplet option underneath. Logic, as I said, is 124. Not sure about the others. Check them out. Investigate it. But as I said, check this video, watch back. Most of you are going to get that jacking kind of sound by looking at a 16th grid with heavy swing. But if you do insist on using the 16 triplet grid, just bear in mind that there are lots of extra positions here and they're redundant for this kind of beat making.